This is the card we're going to make today. This is made using the Hero Arts August 2019 kit. This is the front of the card, and you open it and it reveals a pop-up card. And with the sentiment of "You slay." So let's begin. Okay, I'm going to start by stamping some of my stamps onto some 110-pound Neenah Solar White using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is a Copic friendly ink. Okay, and next I'll put the matching dies on. Okay, next we'll take some exact index, which is, this is Neenah exact index, 110 pounds, and we'll put this castle onto it just like this. Okay, next I'm going to take some Copic markers. I'll start with YR27, and I am going to color in this die cut. And I have some Neenah Exact Index 110-pound cardstock that's 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2, and this will result in an A2 size card. Okay, and then I'll just put some pencil marks here at the edge here, and then I'm going to use a cloud stencil border that I made with some cloud border dies, and I'm going to use some Altenew inks, and I'm going to use some Teal Cave and Aqualicious, and I'll start with the Aqualicious. And I'll use a makeup brush for blending. Now I'll use the darker Teal Cave and just lightly put that on the edges. Okay, next I'll take some just plain old copy paper, and I will trace around the castle. Okay, and next I will cut this out a little on the inside of where I traced. And now I'll color it with some Y06. Okay, and now I'll use some glue. Okay, now I'll use some 1mm foam tape. And let's see, let me get this glued down. So I'll use some 1mm foam tape. Okay, and I've got several pieces of paper here that I'm going to use to make the pop-up feature for this card. I have one that's 2.5 by 2 inches, one that's 1 7/8 by 1 inch, one that's 2 by 3.5, and 2 that are 4 by 1 1/4. Now these 2 that are 4 by 1 1/4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw from this corner up here and just draw some hills down to this quarter here. Then I'll take my scissors and I'll just cut this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'll take my eraser and erase the pencil marks. Now the other one, I'll draw from the upper right corner down. Okay, the one that is 1/2 inch by 1 7/8, we are going to score along the long side every 3/8 of an inch. And so what we've got is, I don't know how well you can see that, but we're going to score or fold along the score lines. So that it's like this. Then we'll take some glue, and on this end flap we will glue it together to make a little box like this. And then you want to make sure it folds in both directions. Now we're going to take this and put glue along 2 of the sides, just like that. Then we're going to take our card and we're going to put this kind of in the corner here, and then we'll just close it down so that we make our first pop-up feature. And to hold that down, let it dry, I'll just put my tweezers on it. Okay, next we're going to take the one that is 2 inches by 3.5, and first we'll score at 1/2 inch, then we'll score 1 inch later, then 1/2 inch, then 1 inch, so that we have 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1/2 inch. And we'll do the same thing with this. We'll fold at all the score lines. Then we'll put some glue on the end flap. And then we'll seal it together to make our box, so that it opens like this, and make sure it goes both ways easily. Okay, then we'll take our card and the first thing we'll do is we'll put some glue along the bottom here, the 1 inch. And we'll put it up butt against the edge like this. Then on this 1/2 inch section here, we'll put some glue. And then we'll close the card down. And that makes our second pop-up feature. And so we'll hold this down to give it a chance to seal. Now our 2 inch by our 2.5 inch, we are going to score every 1/2 inch. So we'll score it a 1/2 inch at 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches. And then once again, we will fold it at every score line. Put glue on one of the flaps. And then we will make our box like so. And then make sure it closes this way as well as this way. Okay, and then we'll put glue along one of the bottoms like so. We'll take our card and we will place this one on the opposite side like this. Then we will put glue along this 1/2 inch right here. And we will fold the card down. And now we've completed all of our pop-up features. Oops. Now I will put some weight on this for a little while. Okay, I'm going to put some weight down on this for a little bit. Okay, and while those pop-up features are drying, I'm going to color these two little hills we made with the YG23 and YG25. Okay, now we're going to take these and we're going to put them in here. So we'll put the back one in here, and you want to have this edge on the edge of the paper. And so we may have to trim this down a bit so that it fits. Okay. And we will put some glue on the face of this pop-up here. And we will put this hill. And then we'll do the same for this hill in the front. So once again, we'll put the glue on here. And then you want this edge to be along the edge of the bottom here. also do is I'm going to take some of the YG23 and I'm going to color the top of these. Okay, to add a little bit of definition to these hills in the front, I'll put some E55. Okay, and now I will start coloring in the little figures. Okay, and now I'll use some clear Wink of Stella. To add some sparkle here to the stars and his little magic wand. Okay, and I've cut a very thin strip from some old packing material, and we will put our fellow on it like this. And we're going to place him on this small step here so that it appears that he's floating in the air, just like this. So I will put some glue on the back of this. Okay, and we will put her on this hill. And I'll put some Wink of Stella on the flame. All right, I'm going to take some more of my plastic. Okay, and then we'll put some glue on the bottom here. And we'll place the dragon so that when we close it, it won't poke out. And then we'll put our little knight battling it right below here. So okay, to make the dragon a little more sturdy, I've glued another piece of plastic right behind the original one. And I'm also going to do the same with the little wizard. Okay, and so here's after I've reinforced the ones on the plastic so that they stick out a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to take a small stitched rectangle. This one happens to be a lawn fawn die, but I think any one would work. That was approximately the same size. Okay, and this results in a stitched rectangle that's 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Okay, I'm going to take some Stampin' Up! Sahara sand and just kind of darken the edges here. Okay, I'm going to use the U Sleigh. Okay, and then I shall use my tape runner Okay, for the front I'm going to use some of the purple paper that came with the kit. Okay, and this results in a square that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And so we will place that on top of the card. Okay, and these will go on like this, and I will use my 1mm foam tape. Okay, next I'm going to put a sentiment on the top, and I'm going to use the Have a Magical Day. Okay, I cut this with my Scan and Cut, and now we can just put it on here. And so I think I will also prop this up. And here's the final card. This is the front, and this is the inside. Lift it up so you can see it a little closer. And the sentiment of You Slay. So again, the front and the inside. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.